For red flags in Zendaya and Tom Holland's relationship. When it comes to celebrity romances, few shine brighter than Zendaya and Tom Holland. They've become Hollywood's golden couple, talented, unproblematic, and utterly adorable together. From their sweet moments on red carpets to the subtle glances they exchange during interviews, the pair have made fans believe that true love might just exist in Tinseltown after all. But even the most picture-perfect relationships can have cracks beneath the surface. Beneath the glitz and glamour, there are whispers of red flags that, if left unchecked, could threaten this fairytale love story everyone's rooting for. And while no couple is perfect, fans can't help but wonder if these subtle warning signs might one day turn into full-blown heartbreak. Zendaya and Tom's love story began the way many great ones do, with chemistry that jumped off the screen. When they first starred together in Spider-Man: Homecoming back in 2016, the sparks were undeniable. Fans immediately began speculating that life was imitating art, that Peter Parker and MJ had truly fallen for each other off-screen too. Years later, those rumors were finally confirmed when paparazzi caught the two sharing a kiss in a car in 2021. Their relationship went from whispers to headlines overnight, and since then, every glimpse of them together, whether it's walking hand in hand in London or supporting each other's premieres, has been celebrated across social media. The crowning moment came when Zendaya appeared at the Golden Globes wearing what looked suspiciously like an engagement ring, sending fans into a frenzy. After years of anticipation, it finally seemed like the Hollywooded couple was ready to take the next step. But even fairy tales come with foreshadowing. Beneath the glamour, fans and relationship experts alike have spotted some patterns that could spell trouble in paradise if not handled carefully. These red flags aren't necessarily deal breakers, but they do highlight how even the most beautiful love stories require constant effort, communication, and balance. Before we dive in, make sure you subscribe and click that notification bell so you never miss an update on your favorite stars and stories that keep Hollywood buzzing. Now, let's unpack the 4 red flags that could test the strength of Zendaya and Tom Holland's relationship. 1. Tom Holland is much more vocal about his love. Let's be honest, every couple has that one person who wears their heart proudly on their sleeve. In Zendaya and Tom's case, that person is definitely Tom. From the very beginning, he's never been shy about expressing his admiration for Zendaya, both publicly and privately. As early as 2016, long before their romance was official, Tom posted a photo of Zendaya on Instagram, beaming with pride. But it took Zendaya months to reciprocate, and even then, her posts tended to be more professional than personal. Their interviews also reveal this emotional imbalance. Whenever Tom talks about Zendaya, his words practically glow with affection. He calls her the best thing that's ever happened to me and constantly praises her for her talent, humor, and heart. In one interview on Dish podcast, he even joked about how studios love casting them together because it means one hotel room, his light-hearted way of mixing love and work. Zendaya, however, tends to keep her answers more composed, focusing on Tom's acting chops or professionalism. When asked by InStyle what she loved most about him, she mentioned how he's a fun time and how he can make anyone laugh. Sweet, yes, but noticeably more restrained. This difference doesn't mean their relationship lacks passion. Zendaya has always been fiercely private, choosing to protect her personal life rather than parade it. Still, that emotional imbalance can sometimes create quiet tension. Relationship experts warn that when one partner consistently gives more affection or visibility, it can lead to unspoken frustration. Over time, one might feel undervalued while the other feels pressured to constantly prove their love. In Hollywood, where every move is magnified, that imbalance can be even trickier to manage. 2. Zendaya's stardom outshines Tom's. It's no secret that Zendaya has become a powerhouse in her own right. From her Emmy-winning performance in Euphoria to her upcoming role in Challengers, she's not just an actress, she's a brand, a fashion icon, and a role model. Meanwhile, Tom Holland, though beloved for his portrayal of Spider-Man, has kept a lower profile since stepping back from the Marvel franchise. He's explored other ventures like his non-alcoholic beer company, Barrow, and expressed a growing disinterest in Hollywood's glitzy culture. On the surface, that might sound refreshing, a man confident enough to let his partner shine. But according to relationship experts, when both partners share the same industry, differing levels of success can quietly strain the bond. Dr. Rachel Bleak, a licensed counselor with a doctorate in counseling, explains that in relationships where one person achieves more recognition, the other can sometimes feel overshadowed. This feeling, if unaddressed, may lead to emotional distance or insecurity. The dynamic becomes even more complicated when gender roles are reversed. Historically, many men have struggled with societal expectations that tie masculinity to being the provider. Dr. Gleek notes, men can struggle to find their place when their earnings or recognition do not make up the main source of providing. I've seen this suck the wind out of many classic alpha males. Tom, however, appears to take it in stride. He's openly joked about how Zendaya's name appears larger than is on Spider-Man posters, and he's never hesitated to praise her achievements. That self-assurance might be the saving grace that keeps their dynamic healthy. A 2010 study in the Journal of Occupational Health Psychology even found that couples who face career-related challenges together often come out stronger provided they communicate honestly and celebrate each other's wins instead of competing. 3. The Hollywood curse looms large. If there's one thing Hollywood is notorious for, it's turning dream romances into cautionary tales. From whirlwind flings to high-profile divorces, celebrity couples often struggle to survive under the relentless spotlight. Zendaya and Tom's relationship, though grounded and genuine, is still subject to the pressures of fame. Every public appearance, every quote, every social media post is scrutinized by millions. That kind of exposure can chip away at even the strongest bond. History hasn't been kind to Hollywood's it couples. Pamela Anderson and John Peters called it quits after just 12 days of marriage. Arnold Schwarzenegger and Maria Shriver ended their 25-year union amid scandal. Even seemingly unshakable couples like Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie eventually fractured under fame's heavy lens. The pattern is hard to ignore, and it's one that fans quietly fear could someday repeat itself for Zendaya and Tom. Still, there's a glimmer of hope. Unlike many celebrity duos before them, Zendaya and Tom are part of a generation that values emotional intelligence, mental health, and authenticity. Studies show that Zillennials, those who bridge Millennials and Gen Z, are actually less likely to divorce compared to older generations. They communicate more, seek balance, and value emotional stability over appearances. Perhaps that's why so many are rooting for this couple to defy the odds. If anyone can rewrite the Hollywood love story, it's them. 4. Their privacy could be a double-edged sword. One of the reasons fans adore Zendaya and Tom is because they don't overshare. They keep their relationship sacred, revealing only glimpses through interviews and appearances. But while privacy can be a strength, it can also become a barrier. The less a couple communicates openly about their challenges, the harder it can be to navigate them together. Zendaya's reluctance to discuss her relationship might stem from self-protection. After all, she grew up in the spotlight and knows how invasive the media can be. Tom, on the other hand, wears his heart more openly, which sometimes exposes a mismatch in how they handle public attention. This difference might not seem major now, but as their careers evolve and the pressure mounts, it could test their ability to stay aligned. Still, it's worth noting that both stars have built their bond on mutual respect. They prioritize trust and independence, which is rare in an industry built on competition and illusion.